the German Aragon. And I'm not talking about this Aragon, but I'm talking about this Aragon. Why Aragon? Well, if you look at the flag, it's basically the same. And I've also found the county of Loon, which has like the same flag, and I found the county of Cleves, which has the same flag as Navarre. But if you're wondering about why I have picked the county of Rieneck for my first EU5 video, by the way, it is mostly because I'm German, I want to play in Germany, and my favorite color is red, so I had to kind of choose between Rieneck and Rothenburg, and I wanted to play Rieneck because the ruler is a woman, and in this game you can't really have your family go on if you are a woman. So that was like the first thing I was thinking about when I saw the flag as well. I was thinking about Aragon, and I've made some videos about EU4, but I've picked some down. I made them not available anymore, but I've played EU4, I've made some videos on it, and the flag kind of resembles this one, I was thinking, and because she's a woman, and that's the connection between why Aragon, why the German Aragon. If you understand what I mean, basically yeah, it's just a joke, I guess. I'm just trying to have fun. I have like 20 hours in this game, and I don't really know what to choose. I've played one really game, one game as Hessen. I have played that was like to the 1400s. So I wouldn't say that I'm good at the game now, but I think I can trust myself in at least getting somewhere with Rieneck, even if that means I don't have the dynasty anymore. And the last thing before I actually start the game, if I'm like 5 years in and I've died, I'm just going to restart and keep on recording from then on out. I will put it in the editing when I have actually started a new save. I will tell you, and then you won't be confused if there's like something new with the government or whatever changed. It's going to be a difficult start for Rieneck for sure, and hopefully it's not that bad. But now let's actually get into the game. And for automation, I am new to the game. I've picked trade, RGO, and the cabinet. And now for the diplomacy. I'm going to form a defensive league with Henneberg. They're the closest to me and the most powerful ones. For alliance, I can't really have any alliances. I'm going to try and get with Hesse. We can get a royal marriage with them. I think that's the most clever one out of all that I have seen. I was looking around a bit and I've picked Hesse to be the one to marry. I'm gonna pick the older one because I think it was because he has the better traits and we have him in our cabinet, I think. So this is me the next day actually. I'm on my third attempt now, and I'm gonna change it up a little bit. Apart from the other things, I tried to go for Fulda and it never worked out. Würzburg is too powerful and Fulda is too powerful, even if I take Hesse or Henneberg. So I'm trying to go insta war on Hanau. It's 1 month after and then you can declare. So hopefully things change from now. And you don't even have to fight them. It's pretty easy. I can only take the province, and that's it, man. And if you're wondering about how I can get the alliance with Hesse as fast as I am, if you try it yourself, you will know that you get like -10 the whole time. I have to profess trust 2 times to get them. I did the parliament and I fabricated a claim on this province right here. He is allied to these 2 provinces or locations, and Hesse would only help me against him, so it's the best thing I can do. As you can see, I peaced out, and this is finally a promising start for my Rieneck campaign. And for some reason, a coalition formed against these guys right here. They just lost a war, an offensive war. I won the war as expected. I can only take this province and not separate piece of the guy, so I'm just going to make it a fiefdom, take max money, and I don't know if it does anything, but I gave away the location to my vassal, and hopefully it makes him stronger. I was now able to get Tennenberg as my ally. Mainz has lost a war and they have no allies, basically no army, and I'm going to declare war on them in a second. I won the war and I'm just gonna full annex them. I think I can make a new vassal after. And with Mainz I made a custom subject. I also have a son. Yeah. And basically I got Ansbach as an ally now because Hesse and, well, only Hesse, they have like basically no army, and Tenneberg, they lost a war and they had to force un-ally me. So it turns out making them my vassal was a bad decision. As I said, I'm new to the game, so I have to just cancel this. Ansbach wants to call me into the war, but obviously I'm not gonna do that, bro. And now I have a civil war, I guess. I mean, obviously I won. I'm just that good, bro. They couldn't siege anything, and Tesse helped us. Oh, and the Plague Death also is here. The Parliament is here, and I'm going for promote integration process. I don't know if I've said it, but I've also been allied to Lower Main, my ex-vassal. Why is my heir his heir? What? He's a regent! That's crazy. Okay. Basically he gave me this location, I think it's called, and he might have saved us with that, I guess. And also that. Dang. Bro, that's that. Whoa. Whoa. The next parliament is here, and I don't know if it's better to pick larger levies or change the levy law to the noble levies. So I'm just gonna pick the larger levies, I guess. For short term it's better, I guess, but long term you should pick the law, I think. Please correct me in the comments down below if you even at this point here right now. I'm doing this because I have what's it called, rebel thing. And yeah, the civil war is here. They're called mines now for some reason. I won the war, obviously. Our husband died, and can I remarry? I mean, it wouldn't really do anything. I married the guy from this country, Kreilsheim, and now I also have somewhat an army. I think it was mostly because I didn't accept this as a culture. And I've just noticed that France is losing 2 wars, actually. Please tell me if you want to see the news or not. I prefer them not to because they're too small. I can't even really read them. I can, but it's really small on my monitor. And England has peaced out, I think only for the Normandy provinces. I don't know if they had these ones. The parliament is here, and I'm going to fabricate a claim on Hennenberg, I think for the Thuringian forests. And I'm also putting the law to select noble levies. I'm in a war, but that's not the main war. I have to pay off the debt of Greilsheim first, so they actually join me in a war against Hennenberg. I'm piecing out for this. I'm giving this province over to my friend Kriegsheim, something like that. I annex my subject over here. And I don't know if I've said it, but I've made this as my subject as well. My spouse has a kid, but it's not my kid. Is there adoption in this game? How does that work? I'm in a war right now for Hesse. They started the war, and I'm thinking about separate piecing them. I get money, war reps, these 2 locations, but the only thing that I don't know and cannot see is if it makes me be less liked by Hesse. Maybe that just means they don't dislike me. I'm just gonna peace out and hope that they don't throw me away, I guess. No. Editors prior. They don't care, I guess. Okay, that's pretty cool. I gave away the location Melrichstadt over to my subject. Hello. Over to my subject main Franconia. We have another war from England against France, actually, and she has died now, so we are now from the von Hessen family. I got an alliance now with Austria, and if I have enough prestige, I can become a duchy. I need that most because I'm in a union now with Lower Main, and they are like the superior one. You can see that here they have more power in the world than I do. I'm just a little bit behind, I guess, mostly because of the coring. It's just taking so long. And now I have the new parliament, and I'm gonna see what I can do with that in a second. I made a parliament claim on deeds, and I'm going to declare war now. I'm also going to do a law change. I don't know if it really does much, but I want to do this distribution of power and favor the ruler. I just had an event that gave me enough prestige so I can become a duchy. And being a duchy, it basically makes me stronger as in diplomatic capacity. For some reason, these guys and over here back came into the war. I won it though, I guess. They didn't have any army, really. But yeah, I'm just gonna piece them out and then I'll make some subjects, I guess. I made Frankfurt my vassal. It was the only thing I could do, and I gave this province over, location over to Dietz, and they're my fiefdom. What I wanna do is this right here, make my capital a town, and then I can build like an army. And now we're back up with the money from annexing these two locations. Yeah. I can piece them out for 20 aggression, so I'm actually going to piece them out right now. 1 second. So now I have him as a fiefdom, and I'm going to get a war goal on Hesse as well. So I'm declaring war on Saxe-Wittenberg, Hesse. And I'm recruiting my first footmen from the regulars, tab, whatever. I won the war and I'm making Hesse my fiefdom. My son is old enough now, he's 16, which means he can marry. And I married him to the heiress of Lorraine. And hopefully we will get them as our junior partner. I can take a new reform, and I'm going to take the peasant levy size local army organization. And Kreilsheim broke off the alliance. It is because they can't have any more diplo capacity. I had the same problem, but I think every AI just joins the coalition, even though they end up never firing. I'm helping out Brunswick in the war, and they just gave me this castle, I think it is. I'm just going to give it over to Hesse. We don't have Kreilsheim anymore, but we have Upper Bavaria. I don't know how it's happening, but Hesse is slowly regaining its provinces. About a year ago they got this location for free, and now they have these 3 over here. Thuringia has not lost any wars in the recently, I guess. At least I don't think so. It's just kind of weird for me to see why they are abandoning them, or if somehow they are losing them. It's just kind of weird. If you know it, please let me know. I helped out in a war for Brunswick, and they gave me these 2 provinces, locations. I annexed Frankfurt, and Dietz will be next. Declaring war on these guys now. I peaced out and just gave these 3 provinces over to Berg. I don't know if I'm making them too powerful as my vassal. I wanted to show off the dynasty map mode. We somehow have a von Hessen over here. I think it's because they don't have any male heirs. When the ruler dies, it goes over to his wife. I think that's what happened over here at least. They only had girl heirs, and she took over the throne. But that somehow means that this guy over here, the ex-ruler of Hesse, which is by the way now a ruler over here in these tiny islands in Orkney somehow. I don't know. It's from his mother, of course, but I don't know how she got on consort. 1 second. I don't really know how she got these tiny little islands. I don't know if it's normal. It doesn't matter, but if it works, if it does go to him, at least he got his power back, I guess. He couldn't rule in Hesse, so he will be ruling in Wolgast, I guess. So I'm just going to declare war on them now. Piecing out with Thuringia, I'm taking these two locations over here and these two and giving this one over to Hesse. Okay, we have died. We have a new marriage union with the Duchy of Lorraine. And we have now annexed Dietz. I won the coalition war against the Rhine and I'm making them my vassal, aka fiefdom, and I don't get as much antagonism because I'm liberating Hesse and Rhineland. I don't really know what it does, but it gives me minus antagonism and I'll take it, I guess. So I found out what liberating means. It basically just makes them free. Well, it's my 4th day of recording this video. Yesterday it was basically the new year, so happy new year. I didn't record for that long, so I'm doing it now. And we just came out of a war for Lower Maine and they took over all of these provinces. And I gotta say, it's a beautiful color next to my beautiful color. It's crazy, man. I have built up quite an army of regulars. I have some handgunners, men-at-arms, armored horsemen, and the Hufnis. And I'm about to declare war on Krailsheim, our old ally. I'm piecing out Krailsheim now. I pieced out the other guys that were in this war, and I'm taking over this province. I'm humiliating in taking over the market center. I don't really know what this does, but why not, I guess. I'm taking war reps and money. This is the coalition, by the way. We don't have to care about this. This is not that serious. I'm seeing that England is being destroyed by France, though. Oh. We also have this dynasty pact over here. I was taking a look at our dynasty and I also wanted to say that we have 4 daughters, but our heir is again our brother. He, on the other side, also only has daughters, and from our other Hesse family in Wolgast, he only has daughters, so it goes over to his brother, which doesn't have children at all. I also saw this over here. Wessex is a woman ruler, and she's married to the Duke of, I think, Upper. Yeah, from Upper Bavaria. A little update on this region right here. Bulgaria has Constantinople, which is now called Tsarigrad. That's kind of funny. The Beylik of Ottomans. They are not ruled by the Ottomans anymore, but the Karamanids are ruled by the Ottomans, and the house head Oops. The house set. The house set is of the Manchuria over here. That is kind of funny. France is in another war against England. They have already lost all of their army basically, and I'm trying to build up my money for making my capital a city. I don't really know if you should do it. I just want to do it. And Bohemia is going all out, I guess. They just took a lot of the provinces there and here, I think. And they also have Ansbach and Schwarzburg. So they are really on my border. I'm scared, man. I'm scared. My daughter is now the ruler of Lorraine, and it will go to the Löwenstein, of course. But they just lost a war to Bohemia. As you see right here, they took a lot of provinces again. And there's no chance I could even try and beat them. It's just, well, I guess the Duchy of Lorraine wouldn't matter anymore. I don't know when I got these provinces or locations, but I'm just gonna go and give them over to Berg once this war is done. My duke died, and we're now his brother, who also has no male heirs. I didn't expect them to almost fully annex them, but they have one location now. I took some loans and I got ask money from Brunswick, so I can now finally found a city. No. Requirements not. Yeah, so that was kind of an embarrassment, but I'm building a lot of stuff now and founding 2 cities. I'm going to divorce my wife now. She's 30 years old, but I need a male heir or else I'm cooked basically. So I'm just going to divorce her and hopefully I can marry someone that's young enough. I know it's kind of bad, but I need it, bro. Visconti, that's perfect, bro. Nice. And hopefully now I get a male heir. And I've also wanted to showcase the economy tab. Make a lot of money from our vassals, of course, and I'm paying a lot of maintenance. I'm just gonna keep them. Declaring war on Gladbach now. I'm done with the war and I'm making him my fiefdom. Yay, another daughter. I annexed Hesse, and this is how our country looks like right now, and I'm also annexing back. At this point, this has to be a joke. This is no way. There's now another war from England and France. I think France declared it. Yes, no, England declared it. The 4th phase of the 100 Years' War. And I've noticed that Castile is with France, but when we look at their son, he is a Scots, and he is actually the heir from the High Kingship of Alba. Dude, this is getting ridiculous. My 7th daughter. Come on, bro. I saw how messed up the market of Nuremberg is, so I just wanted to create my own one. I don't really know what it does, but it takes time, I guess. Okay, the market has been created and it looks pretty good, man. The color is it's crazy, bro. I have 7 daughters and she's 26 now, so obviously it's the wife's fault, right? I'm just gonna request a divorce, I guess. I had to profess trust 2 times with Alba to get this marriage, and she's of Castile, but she's a Scot. Hopefully I get a male heir now. Please! Finally, we have a son! After 7 kids, finally, bro! Finally a son, finally a son! This guy can have 4 sons, so obviously we have to declare war on him, right? It just makes sense. It's clicking in my head. It just makes sense. Another daughter, by the way, but Otto is still alive, man. I won the war. I haven't really sieged down Münster yet. I just want to make them my fiefdom. The antagonism isn't really that bad, so I'm just gonna peace out now. Okay, bro, 9 daughters. This is getting ridiculous. At this point, my next son will also only have daughters, bro. But hey, at least now we have an alliance with Hungary. 11 kids, but hey, at least 2 sons, bro. That's good. That's good for our family, for our dynasty. I'm declaring war on Denmark now, and I want to take like these provinces over here, make a vassal, and let's just see how it goes. After I started my war, Brunswick also started their war, and they somehow got everything more faster than I did. I don't really know what happened. But basically I can take what I need, and it's not that bad. Like 5 guys will go into a coalition against me, but they're not powerful at all. Apparently it's now all integrated. Okay, I didn't really understand it, but only Hamburg is integrated and I have to integrate Holstein by myself. It's been like 100 years and this is where I will end the video. I think I've done pretty well, especially for my second actual playthrough of EU5. I've spent a lot of hours on this playthrough alone. I think I could have done it like 2 days, but I've spent 4 days on it. It's just so much to learn, and I know at so many things I'm so bad at, and I really don't understand some mechanics of the game. It's just kind of hard for me, but I think I've done it well enough for you to even enjoy it as well. I hope you're at this point here and still watching. I hope you subscribe and give me some tips in the comments down below. If you don't want to, then don't, I guess. And have a good day and a good new year.